such a disparity in drafting right now.
I want to see an Invoker.
Yeah, I'd be down for like a +4 Invoker. I mean, neither team can pick it now, really. I guess the Dyer can pick it. It'd just be a little strange. But the Marana is almost certainly a 4. Should I just make a bold prediction? A shot in the dark? I'm just going to say Jakiro again. It
I
just
think we're
seems
gonna
like a
see
simple
Ember.
pick. Amber? Yeah, Amber is a smart idea.
Radiant team pick.
Axe. That is neither of what we said.
It's okay. There's still 5 heroes left to pick. We could get lucky.
Okay,
Um,
Dirge is still banned.
X seems pretty strong against Slark.
Yeah, it depends on the lane support that Stark has. Because if it allows him to sustain against the Axe,
remaining.
then you can just steal his strength and he just dies.
5 seconds remaining.
But it has to be something very strong, and Dirge is banned, and you don't want to pick Dazzle, really. Shadow Demon? Shadow Demon can do alright against Axe. The Illusion Spin, which is really good against Axe. So if they get auto-attack, they spin for full damage as well. So I think it's like 125 or something like that. At level 1, I don't exactly remember. So it's pretty strong.
You also have a setup for Mirana and or Slark.
10 seconds remaining.
Later in the game, it's not as good. That's the one drawback.
5 seconds
Because,
remaining.
or unless you lane the Abaddon with the Axe, because you just purge off Shadow Poison, which is very good. Which is always a nice benefit to have. Unless this is some POS 5 Axe,
Radiant
some
team
weird
pick.
innovation.
Yeah, yikes.
Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's a hero that seemingly dies every year and then comes back around TI. So we're still in the patch. We're still in the TI patch. Nothing really has changed, so that hero is still very strong. Now that's a hero we have not seen. It is very strong against Leshrac and Gyrocopter, but kind of weak against both Abaddon and Axe. They simply do not care about this hero, and they just purge anything that he throws at them. Yeah.
10 seconds
So the
remaining.
unknown. I don't know where. I don't know their lane situation. This is
5
very hard for me to
seconds
predict.
remaining.
If it's like an Abaddon 5,
Radiant team ban.
I think it's a Leshrac mid. I think it's a
Radiant
Gyro
team pick.
1. So potentially a 4 for unknown. Okay, Luccini taking the Pugna. They're like, you guys don't know how to pick it, how to play it. We'll play it for you, since you guys have no idea what you're doing.
So this looks like a Slark Shadowblade timing game.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't see people go Shadowblade on Slark
5
too often,
seconds
even
remaining.
if it is like a good. Just the drums diffusal blade on Slark is so much better. Yeah. You don't have to be reliant on just dipping in and out of battles. It's good to. It somehow feels easier. You have more stats, and it feels easier to solo kill if you play Vision correctly and if you just play fights correctly. So Shadowblade has kind of fallen out of favor. It's still sometimes picked up, and Blink is also sometimes picked up. My prediction this game. I actually have no clue what my prediction of this game would be. I would go Spirit Break. Yeah, that's just me. It's good against Pugna. It's good against Slark. I'm going Spirit Break.
I love seeing the Darkseer Spirit Breaker combo where you just surge him
Yeah,
at the end of his charge and it's like Thomas the Tank Engine right at the end of it.
tiny.
That's
You may now
tiny.
select your
Wow.
heroes.
That's a hero we haven't seen, and I've
And we
been
definitely
seeing.
should have.
We should have. That's a hero I just blanked on. We saw him in the first game, in the first series. We haven't seen him since. Okay. So I assume that's their. Nope, they're four Leshrac. It's a tiny mid. Okay, interesting. So it's Tiny against Pugna, or no, Tiny against Slark. I don't know how that goes, but I feel like Tiny has no armor very early, and Slark can just click him down. But again, I'm not sure. Maybe with Tree Grab he can bash the Slark in. No idea how that matchup works. They do have the Shadow Demon Mirana combo, which is it's a classic, really. But its effects are neglected if they don't catch the Abaddon. And it is an Abaddon 5, which we haven't seen too often. But it's definitely cool, and it's definitely really good against Mirana. And it's good with a Gyrocopter. Kind of lets him just farm safely, lets him sustain, lets him chill. I like his little rocket, his missile. Again with the bees. But
It's too many bees.
too many bees. Previous match, 3-1-10 on Magnus. Wow, that is a sad one to
Yikes.
lose. You go 21-7 on Silencer. You really hope you're getting the W.
You're breaking your back there.
Yeah. Oh. Shadow Demon speaking Sand King in all chat.
Is any language you don't recognize Sand King now?
Just straight Sand King, yeah. I don't know what it's called. There is a name for it. It's like the demon language, you know, but I forgot what it's called. MNZ is back on the Slark. This time he's in the safe lane. That's interesting. It's always good to have a team that has flexible laners. That you can send them both to the mid and the safe lane. This is something that old OG used to do all the time with like Miracle. But Dilecom seems to have the same situation. It's really convenient from like a drafting standpoint. Oh, and it's the first pause of the game, and probably not the last.
That's a bold prediction right there.
I don't think it's that bold. G has been given, and G has been accepted.
So in terms of early movements and
30
positions,
seconds to
3 at the bottom side for Dire. Looks like probably more of a conservative 2-on-2 setup for the Radiant side.
You fought badly. Died word.
You deserve
A
nothing.
gift from the night.
Potentially setting up for first blood.
Possibly, but
And they've
the
been spotted.
thing is the Tiny's on the other side of the river, so he's going for a wraparound here.
No, he has tree grab. Look at him.
The battle begins.
Walking around with his tree. The way I picture Shadow Demon in this situation is like an old farmer that's trying to get some kids out of his yard. Oh god damn it. Is he dead?
No, decidedly not dead.
A hit and a miss.
A
I
hit
feel
and a
like the Flesh
miss?
Shark's good. A hit and a miss. Or he hit the ground, but he missed the Shadow Demon.
Fair enough.
He's using a lot of mana on the system. My god. Okay, 0 for 2. You
Hey,
gotta
you
get
miss
over it.
every stun, you don't grow.
Absolutely. Wayne Gretzky. The Shadow Demon extraordinary. Or the Leshrac. A lot of skill shots in this lane. Shadow Demon, Lesh. It's like a League of Legends game. Mid lane. It's Tiny versus Pugna. I can imagine this. I don't know. I actually can't imagine. I feel like Pugna should be able to pressure him hard with Decrepify. But at the same time, so can this Tiny. With Tree Grab. Decrepify isn't up all the time. Now there's Nether Blast.
Lots of damage in the top. He's got the missile out on the Nyx Assassin. Product really can't help until he gets his aphotic shield up, which he'll put out onto the Gyrocopter. They get the first blood with the pop of the aphotic. Now Burnham will actually end up falling. And Senor D is not looking too great himself, but he should be fine.
Is he? He doesn't have a leap.
He's juking.
Oh.
It's fine. He just Bob Roston. See, easiest game of his life.
That was embarrassing.
Oh, and the Abaddon might have been a little bit too far up now, but guess what? He's got a miscoil. He does it.
Easy.
Easy.
He does what he's known for.
A little bit more Shadow Poison and a pause.
My bold prediction has paid off. is another pause coming out this time from the axe.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
Jungle creeps give significantly less gold bounty and experience than lane creeps. That means you
That
should
is true.
definitely Jungle Legion Commander.
I've not seen a Jungle Legion Commander in a while, but I kind of want to see one though.
Yeah, that's an old meme.
I know. I feel like there's one hero that is viable in the jungle right now, and it's a Venomancer. I feel like Venomancer jungle is actually legit because he just farms so fast. Even that they nerf the jungle, it's just so fast. If you properly stack, if you have like a 4 Venomancer and like a really self-reliant
Dire's
offlaner,
middle tower is under attack.
I think there's a solid opportunity and chance. Alright, down come Giovanni.
As far as this lane goes, Tiny does have a slight edge to start.
Another one.
Another one.
We're averaging a pause a minute. We got hit with the EE face and then sec. Followed by a double G.
But not together. Just
Not
short.
together.
Yeah.
Hogna pressuring the mid lane. That's
Tiny doesn't seem to care. He's actually looking for a toss back, and he gets it. Wow.
that is a lot of damage.
He's walking so slowly though. Meanwhile, someone's dead.
Axel in the bottom lane. Combo has worked off. And Leshrac landed a splitter.
Nice. It took them a while.
It
Oh,
did.
top lane, Abaddon getting aggressive, going right after Senor D, throws out the miscoil, gets the kill, and now he's got the A5 shield ready to go onto the Nyx Assassin. Oh, that's just
Went a
unfortunate.
little too far. A little too angsty.
Yeah, he needed to get some damage onto the Nyx Assassin before the Spike Carapace would hit him.
Yeah. It's kind of hard since he's still been stunned for like 0.4 of a second. Get a little angsty. It happens to the best of us. Get a little kill hungry. Oh, why am I looking at kills, death, assist? Last hits is where it's at. Show me the dirty deets.
Radiant structure.
Slark, 25. Oh, that mid lane is going quite well for the Tiny.
Radiant.
I guess that tossback really helped, but also I guess Tiny just has so much damage that even Decrepify and Q doesn't matter. And now he picks up an Invis Rune. Oof.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Abaddon in the top lane. Slapping away.
We'll also have a Diabolic Edict Split Earth combo at bottom.
Axel. He runs about the combo once more.
They're definitely running that combo pretty well at bottom.
Oh. Had a little bit of a hiccup in the beginning, but they turned around. Oh, he's about to get found.
Oh, Diabolic Edict again. There is a disruption available and he uses it, but that Diabolic Edict is still going through. Split Earth misses. Shrek is not scared of this at all. He's also got Atun Invis inside the jungle, possibly chasing after the Shadow Demon, and Bounty Runes will belong to the Dire side, but Radiant managed to get the Bounty Runes at top. This is a missile that doesn't hurt all that much. They're still chasing down this Mirana, who does a nice little juke to the side to leap over the trees.
A very elusive hero.
Oh wait,
Alrighty.
here we go.
What?
They hit the Split Earth in the mid lane. That was a nice little throw by Atun. And he also, there was like this moment where the Tiny kind of stared at the Shadow Demon, who was
Radiant
unaware of the Tiny's presence, to say the least.
Snuck up on him. He's a small character model. I also miss him from the team fights.
And he also had an Invis Rune. In top, Berna getting a little bit
close.
low. Get hit by the Spike Carapace. And the Miscoil helps out. Prada's still alive. One more hit would have done it, but that's
more
one hit
would've
that
done
they
it.
don't have.
He had stick. Maybe it was just baiting with stick. Rune is spawn bottom, and it's a illusion rune. Thought it was a haste for a second. I just didn't think. He's been put under. A little bit of miscommunication. He has been dodged.
Spins, but no wins for Greedy.
Dire's structures
And
are fortified.
all right.
We're denied.
And they definitely want to play here. Diabolic Edict still doing so much work. That's a level 2 DB. Alright, getting
Physical
away.
damage, you don't take anything.
Ooh, this is the T throw, the free throw. You could also throw T if you wanted to. But Frack falls.
That's true. But it would have to be in a container because throwing a liquid is hard.
Well, T is
Unless
also the leaves and
oh,
stuff.
that's true, the leaf. Yeah, that is true. But you didn't specify the leaves. And if you say tea, most people will think the drink instead of leaves.
Oh, move speed so good.
Alright, the top lane, 48. 48, I mean the bottom lane. It seems top to me. I feel like I'm rooting for the Slark.
Joe Montana in the mid lane gets the Pugna underneath the tower once more. Perfect pass to the Leshrac, who is ready with the split earth. Next up, possibly in some trouble at bottom, but he's got a stick. He's going to be fine. He tries to juke through the trees. He's juking so much, but unfortunately the Slark finds him, and the Shroud even pops poison to get the kill over to the Slark. Senor D getting a little bit low, but he's fine. Spike Carapace hits onto the Gyrocopter, looking for the Impale, but the Impale finally does hit there, and where did that arrow go? Mistcoil finishes off the kill on Mirana, but they're losing their Gyrocopter for it, a trade that I don't know if I would go for.
Nope. Good rotation by the Pugna. I think he's here for their tier 1 now as well. So this is going to be a permanent installation for the Gradient team. So this is going alright. Especially if they get this tier 1, that's a lot of map pressure denied, but I feel like Gyrocopter has other ideas. Oh, patience. You don't want to get hit by the flat cannon and the Carapace.
Still quite a bit of damage done onto the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, they're getting some levels over to a track in mid. Maybe go at top. Abaddon is doing some scouting, walking right up to Nyx Assassin. And Tiny shows up as well, looking for a toss forward to get the rocket barrage, but there's the blocking. Arrow, oh man, we're still missing kills. Axe is dying. Why is that? It's the soul.
Rookie mistakes.
Kind of thought that there would be more aggression top with all the movement that was going on. Impale hits, arrow to follow with the Starstorm on top of it. They easily get the Abaddon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Is the Nyx rolling around?
Nyx is definitely rolling around. He got his 6. He's ready with an Impale. The creeps are behind the tower. It's a bait. Gyrocopter going towards the back, Nyx Assassin going right with him. But there's someone else going up here, and it's Atun. He's not very happy. And he cleans these heroes up. In mid, MNZ right next to the Leshrac, and this guy's got to be careful. Diabolic Edict will hurt, especially when you're underneath the tower. Free throw misses. And there's the Sentry Ward right next to the Nyx Assassin.
Oh, Slark is patrolling.
They're right next to the shrine. That's not really a fight you want to get involved in.
Nope, he is a very high level. Why are we, every single time with the Slark, he seems to go on these wild rotations. I wish he almost dies. I hope he cliffed himself.
He's RTZ.
He's RTZ. And he really just slipped right up on that cliff. Just like electric slided his way to success. Oh, he's still there.
Yeah,
he's off.
And he
was chilling.
He's gonna kill. Arrow misses. They're chasing after the track. He uses the Diabolic Edict once again. Let's get back into this fight. Still taking so much damage from that. Luckily, he can heal it up, but the Split Earth does hit. That'll be as far as that goes.
Don't pick it up. The Nyx decides to steal it. Acting all spooky like. Abaddon's just a hard kill, and the fact that he gives absolutely no gold. I guess he is level 5. Oh, he could have denied himself. He hesitated turning. Didn't use any spells. It happens. Mistakes were made. And now the Dire has rotated the rest of their team to try to defend their top tier 1. Like, this is our jungle and you can't have it. And they will continue.
They're bringing Gyrocopter up here as well. It's like a kind of a soft commit on the Dire side, but for some reason they're staking their claim on this top tier 1.
Yeah. Oh, Axe has been put under. Arrow.
Ooh, a little bit too late.
Little
They
off
needed
the
the
mark.
intel there. Or
Yeah.
hold him for a little bit longer. Left taking a lot of damage, but he's still doing so much work, and he's not really safe for the Radiant to try to continue to pursue. MNZ being forced away, does not have his ultimate available, but the Tiny is on the backside. Here comes the toss straight up. They'll call one, looking for the move speed to get another. But unfortunately, they don't really have the vision. And J-Mari is very slowly pushing in the bottom lane.
Hmm. 1k net worth lead. We'll try and make rotations, and it seems like only the supports are dying.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
We can check that. We can fact check that claim.
We could.
It looks
Oh, Slark is a
Slark
Midas.
supports.
Does Slark have drums and Midas? Okay, this Slark is killing it this game. He's out farming the enemy Axe. It's very impressive.
Oh, there's his Midas right there.
Alright.
So he's already at the top of that board.
Very fast.
He's getting a little bit more, trying to steal some of this farm away from the gyro, which he will, but the Axe comes in with a call, but immediately Slark is in the ultimate, goes for a leap, doesn't quite get it, and now he's probably going to lose his Shadow King. This has a blink up in a few seconds. That should spell the end of the Shadow Demon. In top, J-Mari has been pushing these towers down really hard. He's definitely playing the role as a Pugna very, very well. There really shouldn't be much of a reason to leave any tier 1 towers up as a Pugna. So you go into this fight, MNC's taking a lot of damage, 40 seconds left on his cooldown for the Shadow Dance. He gets away,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
and nobody
And a
dies.
clean disengage. Nobody wants to commit. Everybody's just chilling. Axe running on in, trying to look for more kills. Calls the Nyx assassin.
Nyx does
Gyrocopter running in.
to get away, as well as the impel. Narana's just waiting for that perfect arrow, but sometimes you don't even really need the perfect arrow. Blink in by the Tiny, goes right in, but the Moonlight Shadow allows Senor D to help out his compadres. Forces all of the Dire side away. Up from underneath the tier 1. MNZ being really careful here. Doesn't want to overstep his bounds. The arrow will hit on the Gyrocopter. Another aphotic shield to save him. We'll drop another rocket behind him as well. We're still back and forth here.
Alright, but I do think this tier 1's gonna fall. One more Pugna Blast should secure it.
Abaddon, but they're going to get the avalanche on the backside. To save the Abaddon, he's way too tanky. Battle Hunger. Maybe the next assassin dies from this one, but Slark, it's now time for him to do his job. Ooh, nice Decrepify, but well, it's just straight up a nice Decrepify. MNC still falls. These fights are so back and forth. It's like, all right, I'll use my spells, and then you'll use your spells, and you know, whoever uses their spells better on their turn is going to win. This game is very much taking turns.
I'm just like processing what's happening. I feel like these team fights are just kind of scrappy. All I'm just predicting is that this Slark isn't going to get punished for long enough. He's going to have 2 more items, and the Dire is going to struggle to deal with him. If I remember correctly, Slark is a pretty good counter to Gyrocopter. It just makes it really hard for the Gyro to fight if there's a Slark always in his face. And he already has drums and he's halfway to Diffusal Blade.
Misses Spike Carapace hits, and the nice A5 kill to take the stun off of the Gyrocopter means that the Nyx Assassin falls. Call goes over to the side on Mirana, who's been battle hungered up. Miscoil comes through. It doesn't miss. It hits.
Oh,
Got him.
a good heal by the Pugna just to keep his Mirana alive.
But this game stays pretty close.
Yes.
Tiny's the one at the top of the net worth for the Dire side. Pretty standard going for Echo Saber next.
Vendetta up next, trying to look for a 4. Barely misses the Tiny, but they do see the Gyrocopter farming in the top lane. And I think this will be the end for our little helicopter. Missed the Impale.
You know, sometimes, man, Impales can be really difficult to hit. Call down comes through, damaged by the Gyrocopter. Eventually he just dies, but it's a nice response from Unknown to avenge their fallen brother.
On the backline, they do kill the Leshrac.
He's been doing work.
He's been doing work. He's been chilling. Alright, 25 XP game picked up on Abaddon. That's big if you're a support gamer. Also if you're core. I love XP talents. I think they're some of the most broken ones in Dota 2. It just seems unfair if you're playing like a core hero with an XP talent and you're like level 25 while an enemy support is like level 12. That's like totally possible and happens every game. Less than a 1k net worth difference. All these games are really close up until the 25-minute mark because everyone just AFK farms until some crucial teamfight happens. But Slark and Pugna still leading the net worth department.
Yeah, I think it's more like who ends up sacrificing more that kind of leads to these games that look sort of close, but the Slark is getting out of control. He's got, looks like he's got his full Diffusal Blade built up here. He has a Midas. He's going to keep farming very well. Meanwhile, the Shadow Demon, he's got boots, wards, smoke, and a magic wand. So like, where there's prosperity, there's generally also poverty. And the Shadow Demon is that poverty. Fight starts up in the top lane. Berna is just chasing down this Nyx Assassin. Nyx will probably try to get away. He's got the Spike Carapace still going, and Gyrocopter pays for an overcommit. Leshrac up in the sky. He will fall. And at Senor D, so much work done. A bit of an ambitious arrow over to the side, but it forces Greedy over to where he might not necessarily want to be, and he's got no choice but to fight Senor D with 3 in that last battle to find a triple.
Yep, they committed a little too far, they chased a little too hard, and when Mirana actually showed up, there was this one point where they just, the Nether Blast and the Mirana arrows came at the same time and just seemed to do so much damage. Their enemy, the Dire HP, just melted there for a second. Ready? Leshrac TPing in. Oh, that's my bounty rune.
And a double impale by the Nyx Assassin.
What an impale.
It's so
He's compensating for his mistake earlier.
Going forward, Call Down gets placed down, but these Dire heroes are not looking too great. They're looking rather sickly. Nyx Assassin ready for another good impale. Does have the Vendetta available as soon as that Moonlight Shadow is done. And this fight belongs to Luccini so hard.
Yep, a rather convenient DD rune for Slark, and 2 more Agi for our little fish boy. Now he's going his way toward a Silver Edge after completing Drums, Midas, and Diffusal Blade. And he's getting ready. What is he breaking is what I'm trying to figure out. Just Abaddon ulti? Tiny ult as well is a good one to break. That one's actually a really funny one to break. Because at level 3, Tiny ultimate gives, I think, 20 something armor? Here, 26 bonus armor. So after you break him, he just loses all that armor. And it becomes way more, a lot more easy to kill Tiny. It's quite funny how quickly he just shreds. Let us see what we are waiting for. 6K net worth lead coming out for Luccini. Guess maybe Silver Edge plus maybe a BKB later for
Beep.
Slark.
Dire's middle tower.
Sounds of New York, they agree. They're like, yep, Slark should get Silver Edge and a BKB, and they are ready.
I never realized that New Yorkers are so informed about Dota.
They're huge Luccini fans. They just love it. They just love the game, just at a mathematical level, really. Oh, they're hunting.
They're baiting so hard. Here comes the arrow. There's a lot to be done there. Impel gets used, but unfortunately Senor D, that's a mega kill streak going the way of Greedy. And his Blink Dagger's up in 4 seconds, but he'll turn around and get back to business.
Ooh, Excel, you might have gone a little too far there. Probably going to get called.
Yup.
You're probably going to get dumped.
Gave him the dunk.
There's a new bloodstain on the dire side of the map, and its name used to be Shadow Demon.
It's quite sad.
Gyrocopter, back to farming out the top lane. Is still a massive net worth lead on this Slark. 12,000 coming out from this Slark. One. I just forgot. Was the Nyx the 3 position? Or was it Mirana the 3? Oh, it looks like, judging by Mirana's items, that it was Mirana the 3. Because she is committed fully to right click. She has a Mjolnir and a Mask of Madness. You don't really see this too often on plus 4 Mirana. Unless this is a Mirana that got a really hefty start.
Well, she is 8-4, so.
Yeah, she's crushing it. That's it. I really like that obs ward that the Abaddon just placed that one all the time. It gets rewarded occasionally, but it's some sneaky vision. It's always fun to see different teams place different styles of wards. It's like that guy from Newbie, Shen Sheng, made an entire 3-page guide about how just Verd is pro wards. Just interesting, fascinating.
It's always fun to think about the game within the game. The multifaceted experience of Dota.
Yeah, it's like Gwent inside of Witcher. Rocket Brush talent coming out on the Gyrocopter. Usually, if you think you're lacking lockdown, you go for the other talent.
Yeah.
And if you want more damage, take the other one. Okay. Mr. Nyx Assassin exploded.
Yeah,
1,000 itty-bitty little pieces.
he definitely was not ready for the excellent warding job that Abaddon has done.
Radiant are scanning.
No. He's pinging the map where he died angrily. He knows that they have some kind of vision. It's up to him to find it. Pugna making a break for it. Stealing his family jewels. He ate them all, and now he's making a break for the border. But he's being converged upon.
I don't think that they know that he's being
my
converged upon, though.
God, they knew they were getting converged upon, but he just didn't miss for him. Oh, he was on cooldown. Okay. Oh, narrowly
Arrow's
dodged that.
slightly off the mark. You want to finish off the tower before anything else happens. Atsun's stunned out. And Axe does get the call on the backside. And they blow up the Slark. Nothing that he can do about that. Senor D just tries to do as much damage as he can. Man, these heroes are flying left and right for Luccini. Like, losing the
I did
Slark-
not expect this Slark to just explode like that.
Losing him so early, you really can't do that.
No. A bit of an over-ambitious TP, and he actually took the Shadow Blade damage on the Blade Mail as well, so that was like an extra... What is it? Oh, it's no extra damage. Oh, no, it is extra damage. It's an extra 175 damage. What am I saying? I just lost basically 200 free HP just for nothing. He's getting closer to Scotty, which makes him a lot harder to kill. Maybe Scotty into BKB? That could be an interesting play.
I would imagine that the Shadow Demon dies here. Free toss, and another toss.
And another toss.
And another
a toss.
toss.
A dunk. 4K net worth lead for Luccini. Shaved down by 2. Leshrac farming away. He's rather underleveled. Level 12. He can catch up at least. His ultimate is very good farming.
He's pretty far down there, though. Pipe of Insight picked up for the axe. Should be helpful against a lot of the magic damage that the Radiant side have built up. And they're gonna just very nakedly run through their own forest. Find the axe. No way that he gets out of that. Trying to make this Nyx Assassin work, but it seems like they don't really have the global presence needed to actually be able to take advantage of that.
Well, the lines have been drawn. Prada on the Abaddon has said, I've had enough of this. We gotta push some lanes, and we gotta try to force some objectives. Checks Roche. Only to find nothing.
Well, indeed,
Now he started to
Roshan is
run up the
alive.
high ground. Well, I mean, yeah, not nothing. I'm sorry, Roshan, I just called you nothing.
Yeah, it's rude.
That's rude. Uncouth of me, one might add.
That is a great word.
That's the SAT vocab. You know, they got rid of the SAT vocab section.
Did they really?
No more. Yep.
What?
Yeah. All the new...
Oh my
kids
gosh,
and
this call.
Jesus Christ. That guy was in base. I would be so tilted if that happens to me. I hate it when you're just in base and that you get the sound from the completion of the TP scroll. Prada has made his long journey west and he's still running. Somehow he's alive. Slark is dead again, and now the
Oh, here we
6K
go.
network lead.
Disco Pony delivery. And they find
And
the
he
stun on
clips
the
him with the
Mirana.
stun.
She leaps away. The courier's dead, thanks to the Nyx Assassin. They want to still find this Mirana. Blinks up in 1 second. There's the... Nope, 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 nope. He blinks forward into the base. Looking for someone else.
Yep. Their creep wave and their courier are gone. Nyx quickly picked it off on the back line. A little bit of solace for the Radiant. But 2 of their cores are dead. So maybe the solace is worthless.
Avalanche. Oh, throw him over. It's tiny. What a great hero.
Mother kill.
It was
I
pretty
think-
important for the Nyx Assassin to make sure that those creeps and the courier were dead, though.
It is true. And now they're pinging the top tier 2. 300 wards placed by the Shadow Demon. Congratulations. You can now
Claps.
redeem that for free coffee.
Claps.
And we roll a punch card. Slark was seen, I'm certain. And I think Prada pinged him out.
Radiant's top
He's
tower
hopped on out.
Oh, it's a bait, mate.
He's been called again. And he's dead again. Hook, line, and sinker. This fish is out and fried. He's died 3 times in a row, really slowing down his roll, and allowing the Gyrocopter to catch up. There is a little bit of a fight in the mid lane.
Yeah, he seems super dead there, but he did cancel the TP on the Shadow Demon. Which gives another kill over to the Tiny.
But Ping and Roche, they're like 2 heroes dead. It's our time to shine. Gyrocopter just walks on in.
As you do. Have some vision here. Oh, so close. Stun. Sacred Arrow. Axe is still spinning. He will have a little bit of help soon. He's so tanky. Doesn't even
Yeah,
care
he's a
about these
beefy
heroes
boy.
hitting him.
Started rushing. A little bit slow. I like the drill. It looks like, oh, they're helping them out.
Yeah.
They arrowed Roche on.
Teamwork.
Impale onto Roche. Why is this Nyx so fast? Oh, he has Tranquil Boots Windlace. Jesus Christ, they zoom. Alrighty. The Dyers claimed Roshan.
There's one
And
fast
that
bug.
lead has trickled down all the way to 1K.
Well, Slark's still at the top of the net worth, though, even with The Dire side doing slightly better. It's really been on the back of this Axe. Axe has been getting some great calls and setting up these fights for his team, and we see that so much with this hero, where you just get your Blink Dagger, maybe get a couple more items, and you can change the game so much if you have the right timings.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the strength of this hero. His ability to team fight. He doesn't need items. Well, he does need some items. Blink really ups his game, but doesn't need too much. He can pressure lanes, and if he gets the ball rolling, and if he gets some really big calls, then as you can see, he just shut down a character. It's just like Butterfly finished on the gyrocopter, and it seems like he's going for Ags now.
This
He's
seems like a
almost level
strong
20.
gyro.
This is an empowered gyro. He's been doing the reading, the Jordan Peterson readings, for sure.
When you say that, all I can think of are like affirmations. You know
I
what those
don't know
are?
what those are.
It's
No.
like someone just complimenting you to try to make you feel better. It's weird. Or like feel confident, I guess, is a better way of saying it.
Do we always go into like psychology after our
We're like,
affirmations?
we're very
I'll-
casters.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Positive thinking and self-empowering. Okay, I get behind that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This courier went on quite the perilous journey,
Radiant structures are fortified.
and is gonna get assassinated. Come on, get it, get it! No!
Dire's top
Why
tower
would you
is
do
under
it?
attack.
Why wouldn't you
Radiant's
do
middle
it?
tower is under attack.
Anyway,
We're
back to
afraid.
the mid lane. Oh, arrow
Arrow
does it.
connecting
Nice
to left.
setup. And a good leap away as well. The track stays alive, but he is a little bit lower, less confident. He needs more affirmation.
That was a good force step by the Shadow Demon, saving him on his life there.
Gosh, these disruptions are so good. But unfortunately, eventually the axe does arrive. But Shrek, possibly abandoned by his team. He's like, we don't want to help you anymore. Magic Wand available. He'll try to TP away, and he's going to make it. Oh my gosh.
That was the ballsiest TP, just right in front of everybody. Let's see our Mr. Slark Gamer. He finally has a BKB queued up. Now, imagine if you had a BKB instead of a Scout. But who am I to talk?
You're AA Dota.
I am double.
Follow him on Twitter at AA_Dota.
Don't follow me on Twitter. I don't like using Twitter. Twitter scares me.
Why?
Twitter scares me. There's like scary people. I don't get the difference between the replies and the tweets. It's all the same. I just don't use it. I just don't use it. I'm not much into social media. Only social media I really use is like Snap. I use Instagram occasionally, you know, very casual about it. But... Alright. Missile placed on Slark. He's running on through. Nyx almost died, but
Yeah, I was like, alright, sure.
Radiant's
it's very
middle tower
casual
is under
here.
attack.
There's a lot of split pushing from Luccini.
Yeah.
Pugna spamming out lanes, Slark spamming out lanes. Some really good control from Luccini here, making it so that Unknown can't push these lanes in. Dust gets used. There's the Avalanche going right after the next assassin, but a nice save from the Shadow Demon, possibly a little bit deep, but he trusts his team, and sometimes that's all you need. Slark going right after the Lithrak, taking that Disco Pony down, and Atun is just going ham right up against Senor D. Tree toss, balanced.
It's homing.
Right? Isn't that so weird? If I tossed a tree, it wouldn't be a homing missile. I know that.
I mean, that is true. Slark just skedaddles his way on out.
Pugna's still
Another 2
split
for 1
pushing.
trade.
And he has a dagger.
35 minutes. He does. He has a lot of damage. He has an absurd amount of damage. He also has a Aeon Disc. He also almost has 3 more Dagon recipes. Which would be a lot of damage. He is very level. 2k
That's
net worth lead
impressive.
to Luccini. 24 to 34 at 35 minutes. Tiny, rolling around, using his little taunt, having a grand time.
There definitely has been a lot of taunting in these games.
Yep. Axed. Running around.
Oh, he's kind of
A
guessing at the
little off the
Slark.
mark.
I would really like to see a gem come out from... Oh, there already is a gem. It's on Abaddon.
Yep. Great jump carrier. Has 2 lives. See, this is the bonus of Pos 5 Abaddon. That's really good. He's almost the same level as his offlaner, just because he has an XP talent. That's so good if you're a Pos 5. He's like so tanky and has all these great talents that normally you would not have. The enemy Shadow Demon also has an XP talent. What are you doing for this thing too? Slark. Shadow Blades, walking around bottom, exploring. He's
Seeing
like
the
the
sights.
Portuguese, seeing the sights. He's like Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama. It's the guy who discovered India for the Europeans,
Dire's top tower is
or
under
rediscovered India. It's weird that the Roman Empire traded with Indians. Actual, not Native Americans, but like India and India. They traded black pepper with Western Indian tribes. And then, after the Middle Ages, everyone just stopped. I mean, they just didn't have any maps. Isn't that weird? That's just surreal, is it not? That's your history lesson for today.
Yeah, you learn something new every day. Slark caught out. They can't really do anything about him here. He is in a Shadow Dance, and he'll jump away with the TP. And they won't find him. Even if they did find him, there was nothing they could do about it.
I mean, if they did find him, they could call him.
Well, the
What?
call is on cooldown.
That's true. Oh,
Got him.
blind. Got him.
Avalanche. Toss. 3 toss. Another toss. BKB used, and...
Oh, he canceled the auto attack. Doesn't
Wow.
matter. Diabolic Edict got him. This is a
Next
manly
assassin
rush.
here. Throw the Lestrak in. He goes over it. Nyx Assassin's still on his way out of here. These are some weird games. You start to get the idea that these teams find it really difficult to finish.
Yeah. They don't seem to be forcing any objectives. They just are content farming. And, well, finally, 38 minutes. It's happening.
We have Dota
Guard
happening,
boots.
ladies and gentlemen. Mid lane. Greedy caught out. That's a BKB, and he's spinning so much that MNZ is nearly dying. Eventually, though, he gets a little bit more agility, and wow. Ambitious TP from the Shadow Demon.
And he gets the gem back. Abaddon's like, thank God. If I lost this gem, I would have lost my life. But he didn't. Cool, calm, and collected under pressure. He refuses to fall. He refuses to die.
Pugna has a level 2 Dagon. Now, level 2. And now it's still level 2.
And it will be level 2. Less than a 1k number lead for the Radiant.
BKB from the Slark. He says, it's time for me to smack the Tiny. Tiny goes into a BKB himself. Slark with the Shadow Blade. Abaddon with the Gem of True Sight just chases right after the Slark. Keeps that vision up. You gotta be careful there. Borrow time gets used. Nyx is on the cliff. Nick is on the cliff. Come on, Nick. Get down from there.
BKB popped by Gyrocopter. He does a little bit of damage before everyone leaps away.
Ooh, can Slark get out of this one? He's got his Shadow Dance again. Move away. What? Anyway, X looking for another blink. Gets it! Oh my gosh,
Gets the
that
Mirana.
was ridiculous.
Slams it down.
There's no way the range would be that big, and they're finding another one. Slark in trouble. Where did his health go? I don't know. It's gone
This
now.
game is finally heading toward a conclusion.
Hey, Slark has buyback.
It's becoming. It's the beginning of the end. He has buyback. It's going to be forced. He's going to lose his top net worth slot. It's happening.
Dota is happening. And there's a creep wave this time.
Dota 2. And they call the Shadow Demon illusion.
Linked up in 5. They are killing this Shadow Demon so hard. BKB for it as well. Amazing. Blink onto another illusion. That's a huge amount of damage with the poison. That's a full set of racks down. Meanwhile, Pugna is still split pushing and manages to take probably a full set of racks by the time all is said and done. Buyback by the Slark. This is where I guess they want to fight. BKB by the Tiny to TP away. They can't do anything about it. Shadow Demon finds the trap. And the arrow's there. Say goodbye to your Listragi.
He's gone. As he sinks into the ground slowly. They did get a lane. Got a lane and they got a tower.
Yeah, but
and there's
so did
still...
the Pugna.
Oh my god, look at the melee creep. Look at the melee creep in the base. Mirana's just blind to him. He's gonna get the range tracks. He's just gonna do it by himself. Dude, how are they actually not noticing this?
Okay, there's a fight going on. I apologize, but that was important. Anyway, Axe has got his BKB going. Pugna's up in the air. The arrow comes down and Gyrocopter just lands on top of it. Somehow Pugna has managed to stay alive. That melee creep is still there.
Yeah, dude, I'm so focused on this melee creep. Yeah, I literally have not looked at the team fight. Let's just ping the melee creep. Dude, they are just blind to it.
They're not going to kill a Slark. Can I just go back? They're not going to kill a Slark.
Oh, why did she go for the melee racks? Little creep, why are you going for the Moonwell?
Did he actually kill that? Oh my god.
Yeah, he went... He's still going. He's gonna get the Moonwell too.
This guy.
You get a notification when your buildings are getting attacked.
Oh yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Dire's courier is dead.
Who really needs to watch this game?
Shadow Demon has just walked past. No, just walking past.
They're not even worried about him. He's just killed your melee racks. He's killing your Moonwell. He's taking everything. What are you gonna do about it?
It was ranged.
Oh, it was.
If it was melee, that would be big.
He's
this
still
is a team fight happening.
Okay, do they kill
Slark is
Slark?
gone. The decrypt. He's TPing? Why would he just TP in front of 4 heroes?
He doesn't have buyback. This creep is independently winning the game for the Dire side. They don't even know what to do.
Going.
It's a morale. They're done.
A 6v5.
He's still there.
Has he not
They're ignoring him.
Shadow Demon has just let him. No, he walked into the tower. No.
Oh my gosh.
I'll draw a little tombstone.
Wow.
Dire are scanning.
I can't believe it. He had so much to live for.
He had so much to live for. Well, no Slark. And I think that's the opportunity for the Dire to end the game.
Yeah, it would seem so. But if we're being honest, as soon as that melee creep got into the base, this game was over.
Yeah, morally they were done.
Yeah.
Morale-wise, not morally. The morals
Actually,
are...
As soon as that melee creep spawned, this game was over.
Yeah. Ooh, big call into 2.
You know what? It might be a big call, but nothing compares to that creep. Absolutely nothing.
Shadow Demon using his poison from his base. Mirana trying to plink away at the Sabadon, who doesn't have ulti and could potentially die with the Maelstrom proc, but she got absolutely 0 done.
It's Megas. But
Megas.
if I'm being honest, why would you need Megas when you have that one melee creep?
I mean, rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a name.
No, he's just creep number 407.
That's a name. He's unnamed. He's too good for it.
It's like, you know, those war memorials. There's always like, it's always to the forgotten soldier. That's what he is.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just a
him.
forgotten soldier.
But we won't forget.
We won't forget him.
Nope.
Hardman just hit 25. He's doing a lot of damage there, actually.
He is doing a lot of damage.
I can't feel. I just can't. I feel like they just did it. The Radiant had everything going this game, and they just kept getting caught out. Oh, it's ended 1-1, which is very magical. That is quite interesting.
I'll never forget that melee creep.
I'll never forget him too. He did that guy. Let's see who had low building damage on the Dire. Dude, Prada had 871 building damage. That creep did more than 871 damage.
Amazing.
That's pretty impressive.
All
He
right.
could receive a.
Moving on then, Unknown take one game back up against Luccini, splitting the series 1-1. Our next series of the day, our second to last one, will be Beast Coast up against Infamous. Should be a ton of fun, and we will be back for that one. Any final thoughts on that very interesting game?
MVP melee creep number 407. That's it.
Well, you heard it here first, and
He now gets a Mercedes, courtesy of ESL.
I don't know if we're allowed
Even
to
though
say
this is
that.
an MDL. Are we not? Well, I just did.
Oh, well.
ESL, go.
We'll make sure he gets
Go
taken
buy him.
care of. We'll be back after a break. Thanks for watching. This is the MDL Chengdu major closed qualifiers for the South America region. I'm Pythian. He's AA. And we hope you have a great time during this break.